Scorpio. Hello, darling. I have Pluto in my first house, and I have Saturn in Scorpio in my first house. Anyway, Scorpio, here we go. So the card that's at the beginning is the King of Swords. So you're dealing with an Aquarius energy, or you're dealing with energy that is squaring you. So there might be some disagreements, and two people might want something that might serve them individually different, right? So this is kind of like trying to open your mind up, being a little bit more objective and mastering the art of communication. So it's kind of like if you can verbally prove, your side or what it is that makes sense to you, maybe the other person will feel more informed, or more wisdom has been brought to them, and now they can also make a decision that may also align with yours in a community type way. So it's like communication, community. So you might be thinking about how you communicate with the community, or what you are saying, or what message that you bring to the community that is going to bring notice to what you might have to offer to all people or everyone, or for whoever wants to take notice to that thing. Also, it might have to do with business, because, oh my God, excuse me. The King of Swords is 1/3 of Capricorn. Capricorns are money makers, and they like to do things practically, though. And they do things big, but it's almost like they want to do things big at the lower price, but they want to get the most out of it. So it's kind of like you're thinking about doing that, and it's kind of like you may have had to change your perspective a little bit, because you're fixed in what you're able to kind of like think about and like what you want, right? You're fixed on what you want, but it's kind of like getting what you want might mean that you might have to change some things in the way that you were conceptualizing getting what you wanted, right? And it's about the bigger picture, it's about the grander perspective, and it's about, getting to the point of feeling like the King of Swords, right? Because you may not be that right now. Maybe some of you are. And this could also just be like talking to the right person who can help you with something, right? And that's kind of like mastering communication, because like you can get what you want by saying something, okay? And if you don't say anything, then you will just kind of like be over there not saying anything, So let's go ahead and flip over the other card. The Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, so this is also squaring Aquarius, and also squaring, this opposes you being Taurus, but it also squares the King of Swords. So there's like a little bit of a T-square here. So there's three energies that are like coming in, and like they all want something different. Or this could be talking about partnerships that happen as well in business, because Saturn is here, and Saturn is talking about economy, and it's talking about money and business and building something, cultivating something. And Taurus is earned income, but Libra, the 7th house, because this is the 7th of Pentacles, is talking about, merchant and stuff like that. Scorpio, hold on one second. I actually need to get a charger for my phone. Oh my goodness. Pretty fast and pretty quick. This is my outfit today. Let's see. How are we doing this, Scorpio? We got it? Do we get it? Is it on? Perf. Okay, so, yeah. There's a situation, there's something that you're doing. You're kind of like trying to meet in the middle with something in terms of like finances, and it could be with your relationship. And, the person that could be in control of the finances isn't really allowing the flexibility to take place that you would like to see take place, right? Because this is Saturn in Taurus. Taurus squares Aquarius. This is a person that is in control, and is a person that has mastered the art of control, right? That type of thing, okay? So let's go ahead and look at the other card that's on the end. Yeah, it does talk about money and coming in and changing a situation. The dynamic of a situation has changed, or you're looking for someone to come in and provide some sort of like insight, or it could be like some philanthropic effort, it could be some sort of service, or it could be something that's kind of like, a barter system. I think that's what it is, or it's kind of like, they're just being of service. They're helping you out. This could also even be a loan that you're looking to get. Somebody may not want you to take the loan out, or somebody may not want you to refinance, or someone may not want you to take out, you know, a second mortgage or something, right? Or a second lease on some property or something. It could be commercially. It could just be kind of like a second home or something like that. I don't know what it is. And this could also be somebody not wanting to spend too much money on the wedding, right? In some kind of way. The Knight of Pentacles is Virgo, and this could be talking about taking, you know, like a critical look, right? Just trying to compartmentalize the finances and kind of like get things under control a little bit. Definitely with the King of Swords. So it's like, oh, grand ideas. But it's like Saturn in Taurus wants you to like control the ideas and bring it to a place of achieving balance financially and doing what you can, right, in time. And the Knight of Pentacles is saying, you know, just appreciate whatever it is that's being offered to you and try to see the bright side of a situation. Wow, you definitely are dealing with an Aquarius here or something, having to detach from one idea and go into another one. The Star card is saying like maybe just kind of like wash yourself clean of all of the things that maybe you felt like were expectations that were placed upon you. You had and it's just kind of like, you know, clearing energy, healing, and not allowing yourself to be affected by the thoughts of the people that are around you and the intimate relationships that you have, right? It's like you and the community. You may not have to be how the community sees you, right? It's kind of like this is you in the community, but this is you when you're by yourself, right? So you're trying to live up to some expectation that the community might have of you, right, in some kind of way. And it could even be online. It could be the online community, because Aquarius is like online and the internet, right? Mercury is exalted there. It could be Gemini as well. Libra is like the social aspect of things and having to show the presentation, you know, so something may not be ready yet. The presentation, the look of something may not be ready yet, right? Or it just may not be like primed for whatever it is that you want to use to show it. So let me flip over the Seven of Pentacles. Yes, relationship. And also it's an 11, right? So it's related to the 11th house of Aquarius. So this is friendship, friends and lovers, other people's kids, other people's friends, relationships with friends. This could even be like, you know, the equivalent of like an invitation, right? And maybe not wanting the wedding or the marriage to like exceed, you know, what we agreed upon, that type of thing. Or, you know, you don't want something to change, the agreement of something to change, the contract, the bond, whatever it is. But it's saying like adapting to changes as well. So you can kind of like restructure contracts and you can restructure things and change the plans, and you can still ultimately get what it is that you want. You know what I mean? So you have the power to be flexible so that you can experience, you know, harmony within a situation that you might be subjected to. You know, you may not feel like you have all of the control, but you know what you have control of. So then that kind of like puts you in a position of feeling, you know, like I'm ready, I'm poised, right? I can handle this with grace. So it's talking about handling something gracefully too, right? All right, Scorpio work. You got your card, Sun and Scorpio, Six of Cups. So it's kind of like taking a reflection, right? You know, looking in the mirror, okay? And you have to see yourself. You may not see yourself the way other people see you. So you might be like, oh, I'm this, and other people might be like, no, girl, that's not what we see. You know what I mean? Or it could also be like, it could also be just you looking back at something that you kind of like envisioned would be like the way that you wanted it to be, the way that you desired to be. And this is kind of saying you can create the life that you desire, right? But you have to appreciate the life that you have lived in order to achieve, to see, to get, to feel, and be aligned in the life that you desire. There is beauty there in your past that you have to see, right? That you can learn from, that is going to benefit you in getting towards that being in the light that you want to be in with yourself, right? That type of thing. All right, Scorpio, this was good. If you'd like to get a personal reading with me, email providencetarotkendrick@gmail.com. And also follow me on YouTube, I got it right this time, and Instagram. It's Providence Tarot on both of those platforms, but my personal account is NYC Kendrick. Bye.